That's right. We're live. Remove all negative, nasty, erroneous items on your credit reports. Yes, we can do this now because credit repair starts when? It starts now. Okay, I'm going to put my email address in here. Okay, put my email address in here. Sometimes I get to answer in the live Q&A, get to talk, and I miss a question or two here. So I want to make sure you can email me with your questions. All right, I was up early doing the emails. I'm on the emails. All right, Monday through Monday, all day, every day, 24 hours a day, 8 days a week. All right, 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. All right, Stephen Newman in the house. Hello. Blackbeard Dave saying hello. Lovely 144 says hello. Waving. Hi. Tony says hello. Christopher says hello. Happy Saturday. I want to wish you all a happy holiday weekend. I know that some of you have a long holiday weekend, so I hope you're enjoying. Maybe you're working on your credit this holiday weekend. That is what makes you the VIPs, the success stories, the people that get to the other side because you're here, the individuals who get to the other side because you're here. All right. Yes, so we're getting to the other side. It says, JB says, hello, brother. Well, hello. Good to see you. Good to see everyone here on a Saturday when I know it's a holiday weekend. You could be chilling, but you are doing what you need to do to get to the other side. All right. Now, had an individual who wrote and sent an email. Okay. Mr. Newman, Stephen Newman says, hey, I got an email for you. I want a question. Hello. And always on the job. That's right. Email me. All right. Has a question. You know, sometimes maybe you want to shoot me an email. You know, maybe you don't want to have your question read. It's okay. Totally understandable. It's okay. I got my email here. Or you can ask your questions right here. I'm going to answer them on the live. Also got some questions that people email in right here. All right. So this one is a solid foundation question here. Individuals are watching. They're saying, hey, I want to, dispute these negative, nasty, erroneous items. I need to get this negative stuff off of there. Okay. This individual says, hey, look, I got a collection. It's got a zero balance. Okay. I still want to dispute it. I still want to remove it from the credit reports. Do I send my 609 dispute letters? All right. Can I send the collection validation letters at the same time? This is a solid question. A lot of people's, hey, starting out, they're trying to get to the other side. They want to know, hey, I've got some collections on here. Some have balances, some don't. Does that change things? I will tell you that if you've got a balance on your collection account, or if you don't have a balance on your collection account, the collection is bringing your credit score down. Okay, it's bringing your credit score down. So yes, this individual can send the 609 dispute letters and dispute with the bureaus. They can send the collection validation letters to dispute with the collectors. Now, if it has a zero balance, okay, it may not be affecting your credit utilization as badly, but it's still very negative, very derogatory to have a collection on there. The other thing is, if it does have a balance and the charge off also has a balance, only one of them can have the balance. So one of them is supposed to have a zero balance. So you can dispute that inaccurate information as well and add that on top when you send your letters to the bureaus, when you send your letters to the collectors, okay? These potential violations can be leveraged to get these negative, nasty, erroneous items off of your credit reports. Yes, so 609creditrepair.com, or we can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com, all right? Get these negative, nasty, erroneous items off of there. Yes. All right, how do I write items from LexisNexis on the dispute letters? Okay, so you've got dispute letters specific to what you need to dispute, whether it's unverified, negative, nasty, erroneous items, right? Whether it's hard inquiries, whether it's personal profile information, inaccurate information. We have very specific letters for that. So those letters that you would send to the bureaus can also be sent to LexisNexis. So when you're writing negative items on, let's say you have bankruptcy at LexisNexis or public records, you can add those to the 609 dispute letters. If you're disputing personal profile information, employers or names and addresses, maybe somebody's socials on there that's not supposed to be on there, you have the personal profile letter, you have the inaccurate information letter, you got your 609 dispute letters, you've got everything that you need that you would send to the bureaus, you can send to LexisNexis in the same manner. Okay. All right, Tori. So typically you want to dispute all your stuff through the mail, right? You don't want to do things online and emails and all this stuff, right? So they try to put you in a little box if you're disputing online, right? So if they're sending you a letter back, this collection validation letter, and they're trying to send you something back in another language, in Spanish, like you're saying, this could be a potential violation because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know, they know, they're playing games. You could complain to the CFPB. You can send your next round of letters to the collectors and to the bureaus, and you can send a collector fails to validate letter to the bureaus as well. All right. Speaking of LexisNexis, individuals talking about, disputing with LexisNexis, freezing LexisNexis can be helpful. Freezing NCT, these smaller bureaus, and might be where some of these bigger bureaus might be looking to get information from, right? SageStream, CoreLogic, ARS, Innovis. We've talked about that here. Well, this individual says, hey, do I need to unfreeze LexisNexis? Okay. I'm not really, looking to apply for something that I might need LexisNexis for. I'm doing the main 3 bureaus. Do I really need to unfreeze it? No, unless you have to unfreeze LexisNexis, which typically is a spot where Check Systems goes and looks at. That's right, Check Systems uses LexisNexis to help them verify information, addresses, if you have derogatory items, potentially through LexisNexis. So if you're not looking to get a business bank account or a personal bank account or something that would need check systems, there are some banks out there that don't use check systems. They use early warnings, which we've talked about here, right? So if you're not in that market to do that, you may not have to unfreeze LexisNexis. You may not have to unfreeze the smaller bureaus. The main 3 bureaus are the ones that are the places where creditors and banks are going to go to potentially approve you for your mortgages, for your car notes, for your business credit, for your personal credit, for your whatever it is that you're looking for, right? So that's where, and oftentimes individuals will say, hey, well, you know what? I'd like to freeze my credit. I don't want any authorized stuff. I don't want, all this data breaches and all this. That's great. So if you're applying for credit, what you can do is you can even ask them, hey, what bureau do you use? You can unfreeze it, or what they call thaw it, right? And go ahead and let them take a look there, and you can freeze it back up if you need to. But it can be very helpful for the process of maintaining your security. So, hey, it's up to you. All right. Michael Jones. This is interesting. I'm seeing it's 2 different. I just sent Experian my second round. Insurance Union and Equifax are next. Okay. I did get graduated on my Discover card. So I'm guessing it was a secured card. It's $200 and graduated on the Discover card. Now they've increased your limit to $2,500. It's an unsecured card. They've returned you the $200 that you had on the secured card. That's fantastic. That's great. Mr. Michael Jones, you're building your credit. All right. Building your credit. Now you got a limit of $2,500 unsecured credit card in your right direction. And we've talked about primary trade lines here. Okay. So again, if you're looking for a primary trade line, perhaps you have less than, perfect credit and you're going through the credit repair process. We've talked about these store cards. I'm putting them here. New Coast Direct, 5K, potentially 5K store card, trade line, primary trade line in your name. Okay. That reports, my Jewelers Club card, 5K. That's 10K primary trade lines in your name. 10K trade lines, right? $2,500 more for Mr. Michael Jones. Now you're looking at what? 12,500 available credit. That's going to look good. You have all this revolving credit. People have had good success with Self Inc., building their credit that way as they get these negative, nasty, erroneous items off of there. Believe me, I had 15 negative accounts on 3 bureaus for a total of 45 negative accounts, plus not only getting those off, but had late payments that I needed to dispute and get those updated to positive. My credit score was up in the 800s, right? I utilized it. You've got good credit and you're looking to utilize it. You can utilize it. I utilized it to help me travel the world for free on these credit card sign-up bonuses, just using the credit card as normal as cash, paying it off at the end of the month, just getting something back for my money. Changed my life. Got business credit with it. Okay, I was able to, get business credit, which was huge. Yes. This is what you want to do. You want to get to the other side. You want to dispute these negative, nasty, erroneous items. 609creditrepair.com. We can do work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. All right. If you have supporting documentation to send to show that something's been deleted from another bureau, there's inaccurate reporting, right, from another bureau, or you can show that the account numbers are wrong, or the date that it was closed is wrong, or the date that was they're updating the last date of delinquency, right? The date of delinquency wrong. You can send them information if you need to, right? But you don't have to. Okay, it's up to them to be able to prove what they're putting on there is 100% accurate. Okay. So this is cool. So should I add $15,000 in trade lines all at once, or should I space them out? How should I go about that? Okay, so if you're getting primary lines of credit in your name, My Jewelers Club card, New Coast Direct, you're getting Self.Inc., you're getting Ox Publishing, you're getting Hut and Chase, you're getting so forth and so on, and you're adding good positive history. Now you got 5K, 10K, 15K, 20K, 30K. Should you space them out? Should you do it all at once? However you do this and you build your credit, will typically build your credit on a long enough timeline in a similar manner. So even if you decide, okay, well, I'm going to get these cards and these accounts right away, I'm going to have some hard inquiries right away, they're going to be able to get those hard inquiries be less of a factor on a long enough timeline. If you space it out, you have one inquiry here, one inquiry there, boom, 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 it's still going to have a very similar effect on your score. The difference is if you were to do this earlier, right? So you're getting these hard inquiries earlier, all at a similar time. What happens is the hard inquiry won't hit your credit score right away. So let's say on a Monday you decide, hey, I'm going to get New Coast Direct My Jewelers Club card. Well, when you apply for a New Coast Direct card or My Jewelers Club card, there's a chance that you may not get a hard inquiry right that day. So in that time frame, you might be able to get a few cards without your credit score being affected dramatically, right? But again, these are small things. Those hard inquiries are small things. If you're looking at Self.Inc., secure cards, things that don't do hard inquiries or are doing soft pulls, right? It may not have such a huge impact on your score. You do want to be cautious of that if you have, less than perfect credit, you're in the 500s. So it could be challenging for you. So you might want to be like, okay, look, I'm going to get a New Coast Direct. I'll get a Self.Inc., see how that works. Oh, okay, great. My credit score boosted. Maybe get a New Coast Direct. Maybe I do, an unsecured Discover, a Capital One card. That might be helpful. Boom, 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 slowly, right? If you're doing it all up front, the chances of you boosting your credit a little bit quicker might be in that, time range. If you're saying, okay, well, I'm going to put 2 or 3 new primary trade lines on there and have all this good revolving credit all at once, that may potentially boost your score quicker. But again, on a long enough timeline, you're going to wind up balancing it out. Could be a few months extra either way, but it depends on your timeline and what you need. Perhaps you have a little bit more time. You're saying, okay, cool, I'll space this out. I'll see how this works. It's not going to be, I'm doing this all at once. Because again, when you're looking at New Coast Direct and My Jewelers Club card or Self.Inc. or whatever it is, there might be a little bit of a monthly fee or an annual fee or a purchase necessary as Self.Inc. is secured. So it also depends on your budget. So your budget, your time, and what you feel like, okay? Let's see here. All right. Interested in hiring us? Yes. The Awesome Life Group.com. Excellent. Sorry. Sometimes I get to going. I get to talking. I'll put my email here. All right. You can email me miss anything. Okay. Sorry, this is a 3-part question here. So I'm trying to make sure that I can get this right. Whoa. Okay. So, a negative item from 2010. 2010. All right. So this sounds like this is an obsolete, outdated account outside the statutes of the federal reporting limitation of the 7 years. Yes. So if they still have something on there that long that is from 2010 that is outside that statutes of limitation, you can dispute that unverified account, statutes of limitation. You can let them know. You can send a special letter letting them know, just like you're letting us know here. This is the type of stuff that lingers around and hurts people credit. The problem that these bureaus have, or these collectors have, or whatever, is that there's so many files. There's so many lines, right? These little lines on the file, these trade lines, these collections, these accounts, that oftentimes that when things are supposed to come off, they don't, because nobody's there making sure they come off. This automated process isn't automated. It's not working, right? So these negative, nasty, erroneous items could sit there. You dispute this stuff, especially when they're holding stuff from 10, 11 years ago that not only was potentially never 100% verified, but is now outside the statutes of limitation. So they need to do what's right. You can complain, right, to the CFPB. They need to be able to do this. And again, this is a potential violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You can utilize that to leverage that to get this off. All right. Let's see. Apologies. I got to go back, make sure I get these questions. All right. All right. Equifax removed a bunch of personal profile junk, some old, obsolete personal profile stuff. Can help you disassociate you from some negative, nasty, erroneous items. But the other two bureaus are still kind of playing games. Should I send the information that I got from Equifax and show them? Yes, you can show them. You definitely can. And you be able to, get to the other side of this junk. You see it's starting to come off. It's starting to be possible. You can do this. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Someone saying, hey, what's up, Brandon? Enjoy your credit repair knowledge, your videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, all right. So I'm in the pre-approval for a mortgage. Congratulations. And shopping. Thanks for your information. I cleaned up my credit. Tabitha Adams. Great. Do I monitor my FICO score while in this process, or does it hurt me if I purchase it? Okay. So Tabitha Adams, congratulations. You're going through this, mortgage process. You're looking at purchasing a home. You cleaned up your credit here. That's great. I appreciate it. 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for theawesomelifegroup.com. But you can look at your credit anytime. It's your credit. It shouldn't hurt your score at all. It doesn't hurt your score at all. So let's say you're looking at my FICO, you're looking at your credit monitoring stuff, whatever it is that you have, you can take a look at it. Okay. You can look at your score. You can monitor. It's all good. However, if you have somebody else pull your credit, okay. So if someone, a mortgage company, a lender, somebody else looks at your credit, okay, that could potentially affect your score, because then they're putting that hard inquiry on it. They're pulling your credit. They're taking a look, and they're, potentially bringing it down, few points, 5 points, 10 points, who knows exactly. Depends on your credit and how it's factored. But hey, take away your credit, monitor. I would say monitor and make sure that you know what's on there and what's going on, right? Okay, JB. All right. Hey, how are you? Hey, good. I just want to know, okay? Late payments for student loans. Are you able to dispute late payments for student loans? Yes. We've had videos here of individuals who have been able to not only, get negative, nasty, erroneous, unverified student loans off the reports, but negative, nasty, erroneous, unverified late payments. You can dispute just the late payments. You know, I've seen it for myself, my partner, for customers, clients, for other individuals who are doing it. Yes, you can dispute late payments on your student loans and get to the other side. Keeping that good, positive history is important because it's going to help boost your score when you get all these other negative items off. All right. If they're playing games, they're pushing back. You sent letters, you showed them the potential violations, this kind of stuff. You can complain to the CFPB. They can help. We actually had an individual here, well, several people, but one of the biggest was they got a repossession off from complaining to the CFPB. They say, hey, I sent these letters. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They didn't send me what they were supposed to. And they were able to get that negative, nasty, erroneous item off. All right. Primetime 21. It works. Pleasure working with you guys. I appreciate you, Primetime 21. Thank you very much for coming and telling the Subscribe Tribe. If you're not part of the Subscribe Tribe, hit that Subscribe Tribe button. Hit the button. Hit the subscribe button. I see you want to push it right now. I see you just push that button and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. I really appreciate it. All right. Tabitha Adams, thanks. Thank you. All right. Very good. Very good. Oh, yes. Got to put my email here. Email me. All right. I've got a discharge bankruptcy. Okay, I want to dispute this. I want to get it off the report. All right. I never completed the bankruptcy process. You mean dismiss bankruptcy? So it says, how do I get a discharge bankruptcy off my report when I never completed the bankruptcy process? So it says discharged, or does it say dismissed? Okay, either way, you can dispute this bankruptcy and get it off. The only reason I ask this is because there's two different kind of methods. One's dismissed, one's discharged. One has special dismissed bankruptcy letters. So if it was supposed to be dismissed and it's discharged, this is what drives me nuts, is the inaccurate reporting of this. But let's say it was supposed to say dismissed and now it says discharged. Not only is it inaccurate, potential violation, you could use the 609 dispute letters to dispute with the bureaus and to dispute with LexisNexis, because the bankruptcy is often held in LexisNexis. But if it does say dismiss, okay, we have special dismissed bankruptcy letters that are very specific to the process of a dismissed bankruptcy or bankruptcy in general, because there's supposed to be a date of order of relief and adjudication, and it no longer really existing in the eyes of the law when it's dismissed. So you can use these dismissed bankruptcy letters, both 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you. theawesomelifegroup.com. All right. If you're watching this now, please give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Hit the subscribe tribe button. Okay. All right. I have too many hard inquiries. Okay. Can I dispute this? All right. So, hard inquiries, non-account holding inquiries. Okay. Non-account holding inquiries. You can dispute non-account holding inquiries. So perhaps you went to the dealership, or maybe you're applying for something, or who knows, right? But both have to have permissible purpose. So perhaps the dealership doesn't have permissible purpose to be running your credit, 15, 20, 30 times or whatnot. Okay. And they have to be able to provide that permissible. They have to show that you gave them that permission for them to run your credit that much and look at your credit and run your credit down and all that stuff, right? If it was for another credit card or a credit card, you're trying to get a credit card, usually after 90 days, they purge any documentation they might have had. They might not have had anything. But you can send the special 604 dispute letters, okay? We've got them for you, 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for the Awesome Life Group, and you can dispute these non-account holding hard inquiries. Yes, they could be bringing your credit score down 20, 30, 40, 50 points, right? Who knows, depending on how bad it is and how much you have. It could be more or less. Everybody's credit is different, okay? But you want to get these off of there if they're holding you back, if they're keeping you from doing what you want to do. And I'll tell you what, I had a lot of hard inquiries myself, but they were account holding personally. So I was getting the travel cards that and these cashback cards and utilizing my credit. And what happened was at a certain period of time, they kind of asked, well, why do you have all these hard inquiries? You got to, and I would explain, oh, well, it's, I'm enjoying these bonuses. I'm, putting my credit to work. And they said, oh, okay, cool. No problem. We understand. And they'd keep it moving. Oftentimes when there are all these non-account holding inquiries, since there's no accounts, it looks kind of odd to them, and it makes it very difficult for the bureaus to verify this. There's no account associated with this, right? We don't have any permissible property. We need to take this off. So people are able to get these negative, nasty, erroneous, unverified, non-account holding inquiries off of there, okay? Can I dispute a charge-off directly with the creditor? Okay. Can I dispute a charge-off directly with the creditor? All right. So oftentimes you want to dispute the charge-off with the bureaus because they have to be able to provide, 100% verification. If the charge-off was a collector, you can dispute with the collector as well. But yes, there are some specific moments where you might want to dispute directly with the creditor, and we do have letters for that. Getting the original creditor to quote-unquote verify, yes, and a 623 method letter as well. So oftentimes you could, if you wanted to, you could dispute and send something directly to them. And, it's just for the VIPs, right? So you could send something directly to them and try to get them to provide, substantiate contracts and agreements and all this stuff that they're supposed to have. The 623 method letter is also kind of like a follow-up to that, because what happens is if you send to the collector, if there's a collector, you send a letter to the collector and they're not able to verify, and you've sent something to the creditor and they're not able to verify, you can send something back to the creditor and you can say, hey, look, under Fair Credit Reporting Act 623, you said that it was supposed to be the collector. I asked the collector, I asked you, it's not on there. How are you able to substantiate and keep this on my reports? Right? How are you able to do this? Because I wasn't able to substantiate it with the collectors. You weren't able to substantiate it within the house, and you're saying it's now with the collector. How is this happening? You need to remove this immediately, and you can complain with the CFPB. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know that you have rights on the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 609creditrepair.com, or we can do the work for you at the awesomelife.com, okay? All right, maybe one more. Email here. I know it's a holiday weekend for everyone, so thank you for being here. Thank you for being part. All right. Okay, very good. Got my email. All right. How do I remove late payments? That's good. That's good. So depends on how the late payments reporting on your report. If it's with a positive account now, okay? If it's with a positive account now and you have good positive history and there's some late payments in the past on that account, you could start with Goodwill letters. Okay, and people say, well, the Goodwill letters, the creditor says, oh, no, we don't want to do that. And look, it might take a couple rounds, perhaps. Maybe you'll get it right away. I had some where I sent a Goodwill letter for myself and right away. Sometimes I had to send a couple Goodwill letters. Sometimes I also disputed with the bureaus as a special late payment dispute letter. I sent the 609 dispute letters to dispute just the unverified late payments. But yes, it is possible to update late payments. These are the methods you can utilize to get these late payments out of there, and you can boost your credit because you're maintaining all that good positive history, okay? 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. I really appreciate everybody being here, giving the video a thumbs up. I appreciate it. I love you all so very much. I appreciate you being here on a holiday weekend. I know some people have a long weekend. Thanks for getting your credit squared away. I'm not going to take any more of your time. I appreciate it. I'm also put my email address here as well. It is beautiful to be of service and to be able to help you get to the other side. So please feel free to email me. I was up early doing the emails. All right. Thank you so much. Until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.